We're getting ready to go on the Grandeur of the Seas. This will be our first time on this ship. Pretty excited. It's at Terminal 3. For some reason, the GPS and Lyft took us to a different terminal. So we're actually just going to walk about a block and a half to get to the Grandeur of the Sea. Looks like they have ample parking in front of the cruise ship terminal. It's not covered, it's open, but it's there. And it's right in front of the ship, which makes it really convenient. In the morning, right outside of the windjammer on the starboard side, you can find the coffee. They have water. They also, if you're the ice cream lovers, they have the ice cream machines there that's open from like 11:30 to 9 p.m. So that's the only place that they have ice cream. So you don't have to go searching through the ship trying to find the ice cream machine. And what's awesome is they have an attendant there that gets it for you. They have vanilla, chocolate, and swirl. They'll put it in the cone for you, and you don't have to worry about that machine sticking, right? And the ice cream that I got out there a couple of times, because I like to check the consistency, very good. Whereas the last ship I was on in Carnival, it came out a soppy mess. And then sometimes the handle would stick, and I had an ice cream cone that was like 7 inches high. It was insane. But here, you don't have to worry about that. On deck 9 and the after the ship, you're gonna have the solarium, the spa, and the gym. Here in the solarium, you have the solarium bar. You will have the park cafe, and it's open till 1 in the morning. So if you miss dining or you're still up partying and you get hungry, the park cafe is right over there. They had, last night they had hot dogs, pizza. They have several different sandwiches, including gluten-free and vegetarian options. And then they offer water and then various types of juices over there. There's no soda over there. You have to get it at the bar. There's with the alcohol, but it's pretty cool to have that opportunity to get something to eat, like we did about 11:45 last night. So it's really convenient. One of the cool things about the Grandeur of the Seas is they have this kiosk right by every elevator. So you can see what's going on right now. You can find your stateroom, you can find the restroom. The cruise compass, they've gone digital. You can specifically ask for a paper copy, but they've tried to get rid of doing the paper copy to try and be more environmentally friendly. You can see what venues are going around the ship and dining options. So let's go see what's going on around the ship. So we got the entertainment, bars and lounges, shops on board just for kids and teens, the spa and fitness center, pools and sports activities, and services. So today they're going to be having the belly flop competition. So that's not on here yet, but it's showing you what's open right now. So time to go get some breakfast at the Windjammer. At the very back of the ship, you're going to have the Spa and Vitality Center and the Fitness Center. The spa is full service. They have all kinds of different treatments you can get. They offer classes throughout the day. When you go in, you're going to go up the stairs and the gym is up there. And it's a fully equipped gym. They have a bunch of different equipment in there. They even have free weights as well as weight machines. So you can get whatever workout you're looking to do. It's there. They offer spinning classes, stretching classes. There's just a lot going on there. On deck 10 forward, you have the kids' adventure zone on the port side, and on the starboard side, you have the nursery. Now, if you go back through here, you're gonna find an arcade. They have a lot of games in here as well. Oh, unlike Virgin, when you come to this arcade, you do have to pay to play. Welcome to the Grandeur of the Seas. We have a Oceanview room, and I want to give you a little tour of it. So we've got the king bed, so you can have them separated, and they'll probably put the tables in between. Each side, there is a button to control the lights. Now, if you come over here, there's a lot of storage throughout the compartment, but one thing I'm kind of sad about is the size of the safe, because size matters. You can't put a laptop in there. It's good enough for some keys, your wallet, some jewelry, but definitely not a laptop. Now you do have 3 drawers down here that you can use for storage as well. You have on both sides some extra storage. You do have the vanity lights, and then you have 2 US plugs here, and over here you have 2 Euro plugs. So if you're like me and need a lot of tech charge, you need to bring your Euro plugs like I did, so that you can maximize the amount of charging capabilities that you have. Again, you have some more storage over here, and your blow dryer will be in the top right drawer. You do have a phone that you can call the front desk if you have any questions, and your thermostat is right here. Now, this is just a mirror. There's no storage behind it. Now, if you make your way over here to the bathroom, it is one of those very spacious cruise bathrooms. So you have your shower big enough for a kid. Then over here, you have very little counter space. And then you do have some shelving space here. And you have a drawer and some storage here, and some under cabinet storage as well. So very small. I can see, as you can see, it's not very big. I can pretty much span the entire bathroom. See? You do have some hooks right here, so you can hang up some items if you need to. And you do have, if you're not aware what this little disc is here, you can install it right over here, like that. And you can hang your bathing suits or anything that you want to right here and let it drip dry, which is great, especially since you don't have a balcony. Now the last thing we got to see in here is the closet. It is a rather small closet, but it opens up. So they have these trifold doors. You have some hangers, you have a couple rods here, you got some more hangers over here. So you have plenty of room to hang your dresses, ladies. Guys, you got plenty of room for your suits, and everybody, you can put whatever you need to right here as well. And you do have 3 more drawers and a shelf that you can use. So not the largest room, but it is big enough. It's got the couch, it's got the vanity, it's got the bed. We were gonna do our first cruise as a interior cabin, but I tried the Royal Up program. I lowballed them, and lucky for me, we got an upgrade for very little to an Oceanview. So I'm still gonna try an interior room just to kind of compare that. But this is probably about the size that you would find in a balcony room as well, minus the balcony. And of course, the bed would be rotated a little bit. The room layout would be a little bit different. But that is the Oceanview room on the Grandeur of the Seas. Just past the Centrum, you'll find the casino. Now there is an ATM right by guest services, and there's also one right by the cashier's cage, conveniently, in the casino. And 5 and 6 forward, you have the Palladium. The Palladium is the ship's main theater. They play movies during the day and have great shows at night. On deck 5, it's mainly single seats. They do have some love seats and a few couches, but on deck 6, you're going to find a lot more love seats and couches. So if you're traveling with a group, that probably would be the best place for you to be able to sit really together if you wanted to share seating. If not, deck 5 will be plenty of room for you. Just outside the Palladium in the Centrum area, you have the Centrum shops. So if you're wanting a purse, you want some jewelry, you want some clothes, you want some little Royal Caribbean trinkets for you to take home. If you forgot some hygiene items, you want some liquor, whatever you need, they have it here. They've got GoPros, they've got cameras, they've got mounts and tripods. They got everything here. Giovanni's, if you love Italian, you're gonna love Giovanni's. It's located right down this hallway to the right, and it's a nice little setup, and they have tables that have Oceanview. So if you get there early, make sure you get an Oceanview table. On deck 4 and deck 5 aft, you have the Great Gatsby, the dining hall. It's really cool. Got a lot of tables. It's a great setup, especially if you can get to the back and you can see the ocean really well on the back tables. Deck 4 and deck 5 aft, you have the Great Gatsby. That is the main dining room. Now the main dining room is open from 8 to 9:30 for breakfast, from 11:30 to 1 for lunch, and the first seating for dinner is between 5:15 and 5:30. Second seating is between 8 and 8:15, and then my time dining is on deck 5 from 6:45 to 9 o'clock. In the center of the ship, midship, you're going to find on deck 4 a bar. You're going to have your next cruise as well as the RC Online. While you're watching one of the many shows on deck 4, you can come to the R Bar and get a drink. They've had all kinds of musicians and singers the whole entire day on this cruise. It's phenomenal. Just forward of the Centrum, you'll have conference rooms B and C. B will be on the port side and C will be on the starboard side. We'll also have the chef's table. Now, as you make your way to the Centrum, you'll have the art gallery on one side and you'll have the photo gallery on the other. Between the art gallery and the photo gallery, you have the cafe Latitudes or Latitudes. They have ice cream, they have some cookies, some snacks, some sandwiches. But this is where you're going to get your Starbucks coffee if you are looking for some Starbucks coffee. Now the coffee is a fee, but the ice cream and the snacks you get for free. I was worried when we were coming on this ship because it's a small ship. There wasn't going to be a lot of space and it was just going to feel tight. But the ship doesn't feel like that at all. They've got a lot of seating throughout the Centrum. Out on the decks, there's a lot of seating. They've taken great advantage of the space that they have, and it feels spacious. I haven't felt like this is a small ship at all, so I was very impressed with that. On the port side, on deck 6, just past the Centrum, you're going to have Chops. So if you're looking for a great steak, Chops is where you want to go on the port side. Now, on the starboard side, you're going to have the Schooner Bar. Just past the Schooner Bar on the right will be Giovanni's. I love how they decorated the Schooner Bar. They got it all set up just like it was a schooner. So if you don't know what a schooner is, it's just it's a different kind of boat. So Google that and check it out. I've actually been on a schooner in Brazil. Pretty fun. On the aft part of the ship, you have the South Pacific Lounge. So the South Pacific Lounge has a bar. It has a lot of seating. They do a lot of games here. So last night we were here doing the majority rules. At night they turn us in, they got the DJ going, and they turn it into a club. So they have a little dance floor and everything like that, but it takes up pretty much the back part of the aft of the ship. Now, when you get to the aft part of deck 6, you have the South Pacific Lounge. The South Pacific Lounge has a bar. They have bartenders out here taking care of you getting your drink orders, and they have a dance floor here as well. So during the day, they're going to be doing games and trivia, things like that here, and at night, it turns into a club. Now, in the Solarium, they're always playing soothing music. It's either birds chirping or some kind of Zen music. It's really nice. And they also have it set up to make it feel like a Roman bath. So it's really cool. They've got these columns, the nice bright blue colors. The hot tubs are on either side of the pool, and they drain the pool nightly. So last night it was totally empty, and this morning it is full again. So I'm sure it's going to be nice and invigorating when we get into it. On deck 9, in between the solarium and the main pool, you're going to have your lifeguard station and your towel check station. Make sure you check your towels back in because it's $25 per towel if you come up with one missing. Now, midship on deck 9 is where you're going to have the pool. Each side of the pool has two hot tubs. But there are no slides here. There's a small little sun deck area, so if you have some kids, they can play there. We do have life vest checks at the checkouts that you can do as well. Now, this ship, it's really cool, but it's not really set up for kids. They have the little kids section at the nursery, but if my parents brought me here, I'd probably be very bored and very angry at them, and I would make this trip very miserable. On our ship at night, they have the theater going. They're playing Argyle, Barbie, and Wonka are the three movies that they have circulating here nightly. What fun would a pool deck be without a bar? So they have their bar right here, full service. Yesterday, I probably waited no more than 2 minutes to get a drink. They had about 7 or 8 bartenders back there making sure that the line didn't get long, that everybody got good drinks. Now, if you know me, you know I love Long Island iced teas. And I'm very picky about my Long Island iced teas. The one I got here yesterday, phenomenal. 10 out of 10 stars. So they know what they're doing back here. On deck 9 forward, you have the Windjammer. The Windjammer is a full service buffet. The food assortment is actually pretty good yesterday. Considering the size of the ship, I came in with the expectations that the buffet was probably going to be minimized as well, and it wasn't. I got plenty of food, probably more than what I needed, and it was good quality. From here, you have running track. The running track goes the entire length of the ship. It's really cool. 4.5 laps, knockout. I'm at the front of the ship. Tenth of way, baby. They have a lot of seating all over this place. I've not seen anybody having to wait for seating. They've got all over the place. We're on deck 10. There's deck 10 and a half right behind. There's seating up there. Look down and check out what's going on with the Windjammer. Get up there. I'll show you what you can see. So deck 10 and a half, as you can see, there's a bunch of chairs around here, but you can also look straight down into the Windjammer. Looks like they got bacon. Back at deck 10, midship, and they have another one of these portals. You can just look down and see what's going on deck 9. Too early for anything going on right now. If you love watching sunrises being up here on deck 10, they have seats set up on the port and starboard side so you can watch the sunrise or set. Really cool. In the aft part of deck 10, if you like shuffleboard, you want to play some cornhole, no problem. Just make sure you watch out for runners if you don't know what you're doing with your cornhole. Because then they'll be like, what the cornhole, man? Now, if you're just curious as to what's going on in the solarium, all you gotta do is check it out. On the very back of the ship, they have another shuffleboard course, and they have tic-tac-toe, which looks like blue packing tape for fancy tape. They made a tic-tac-toe place, but they also have huge chests. Now, don't worry, for you loyal, die-hard Royal Caribbean fans, I know what you've been waiting for. Rock climbing wall, 10 aft. So they're gonna have it opened up throughout the day. They even have an adult speed rock climbing competition. So I may or may not check that out. See if I want to hurt anybody's feelings. After the ship on deck 11, you have the Viking Crown Lodge, you have the Zumi, and you also have the Concierge Club. So if you take the sushi making class, you're going to be up here in the upper level of the Azumi area. So they've got the tables already set up for the sushi making class. They also offer cupcake decorating classes. They offer a variety of different classes. So he's just going to take the cupcake decorating one because we did that on the Oasis of the Seas and she had fun. She's going to do that while I'm doing the whole cruise ship tour, excuse me. The elevators back here will bring you right to the front of the bar. Very convenient. I cannot get any video of the Concierge Club because, well, I'm not worthy yet. Maybe one day. Hashtag goals. If you're used to going to like the Oasis classes, you know they have a bunch of sinks and stuff like that, and there's no washi, no ED. Well, on this ship, it's hand sanitizer. So no hand sanitizer, no ED. So I'm gonna give you a pro tip because, well, I needed it. So we changed time zones last night. Well, this morning, like 2 in the morning. And I figured my phone would adjust that time automatically because I'm on the Wi-Fi. It didn't. And I wasn't the only one. There's a whole line at the Windjammer. And somebody came up and was like, you know, they don't open until 7. I'm like, it's like 7:04. Nope, it was 6:04. So I literally got up at 5 o'clock this morning to work on making this video for you. So hook a brother up, maybe a like or something, maybe a subscribe. Thanks. So I need to do a quick update to fix an error. So in the beginning of this video, I was going through the room and I told you that they had 2 Euro ports that I intended to use for additional charging because they only have 2 outlets. That was what I intended to do, but for some reason, and I don't know if it's just this cabin, but the Euro ports, when I went to try and plug in my devices, wouldn't go in. So they've got them like sealed off to where you can't plug in the outlet. So you only have 2 of US outlets that you can use. Now there is one in the bathroom, so you really have 3. But what I recommend that you do is you buy one of those wall plug chargers that have multiple USB ports and USB-C ports in it, such as like this one right here, because that's what we did. Fortunately, we brought this one also, so we can do 110, we can do Euro. We got 4 USBs, and you can control power to each of them, and it only takes up 1 plug, so we can actually, if we had 2 of them, use both of them. So I think I broke something, but anyway, I want to correct that because I don't like being wrong and giving out misinformation. So sorry. Izumi, but we didn't. We ended up eating at Chops. So we had reservations set for Izumi because he's in like sushi and things like that, and I don't. And I like the hibachi, and she likes hibachi, and we would like to go to Izumi and have the hibachi experience so we can just talk to other uh, ship guests. Well, this Izumi on the Grandeur of the Sea, if you're looking for the hibachi experience, you won't find it. They don't have hibachi tables here. It is just sit down regular dining. You tell them what you want, and they bring it to you. So there's no hibachi food at all. So they had sushi, they had beef or chicken teriyaki with white rice, they had some poke, uh, they had just a few other things. The menu was just a one-page menu. They just there wasn't a lot to it. So we talked to the restaurant manager and we're like, hey, can we wanted the hibachi experience, and it didn't say that there was no hibachi experience here. So they ended up moving us down to Chops, which was really cool. When we got to Chops, I got the New York strip and he got the chicken, and they were delicious. My steak was almost so tender I didn't even need a knife. All the sides are all shareable, like French restaurant shareable. Like I got a baked potato and mac and cheese. Well, the baked potato was just a small sized baked potato. I didn't want to share that with Heathen, so she'd have to get her own. And then the mac and cheese, it was just like the small, like individual size. So if you want to get the shareable sides, but you want a baked potato, and somebody else at the table wants a baked potato, just make sure you get two sides. So he even got the giant asparagus, and it looked like very small green beans. Yeah, it was not because that's what it's called, giant, right? Yeah. So, had me head scratching my head because I looked at it and there's like they were smaller than my pinky. They look like green beans, like French style green beans, just with the asparagus ends. So just know that when you go there and you get the shareable sides, everybody needs to get their own shareable side and not share. Even though sharing is caring, this if you share these, you're gonna walk away hungry. So, but the Windjammer would still be open, so you have some alternatives. So tonight we are going to Giovanni's. It's the first time we're going to Giovanni's, so I can't wait to see how Giovanni's is. So we're gonna go hit Cozumel and check out the video from our snorkel experience there a little bit later.